Room Race fans, welcome to the Sunday in the Life of a Motorsports Obsessed Pastor. Here we are getting my day ready. And I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty tired because the night before we went to Langley Speedway, which we had a great time, but we're usually not that late out to a racetrack, and Langley's a little far of where we're from. So I was dragging a bit on Sunday morning. We had a potluck at church, and so I had to get some ingredients for my apple crisps. Needed some whipped cream to go on top, and look at that beautiful thing. It's one of my favorite dishes to make, and it's usually a crowd pleaser. And look at my church, you guys. We painted this week in our office space. It looks so nice. We have some artwork to put up, but this was a huge project, and I'm so proud of everyone. And we had a new sound booth installed. The local church that we partner with, they put together this sound booth, and everyone was just so excited about all the projects being done and the ways that the church is being renovated. Now, here I am getting ready for my sermon, which was on prayer, or am I thinking about Kansas Speedway and how they had the closest finish in NASCAR history last year? It's time to get that bow tie on. Yes, you know I got that fit. We're ready to go to worship. And worship's over. I'm back home. It's time to get changed and get in my race day outfit. And Toto needs to go on a walk. He is ready for me to stop playing around being an influencer. And Toto's got to smell everything before we get the racing going. And before we get to the racing at Kansas, I had to go do some grocery shopping real quick. I had to spend some time at the Aldi, and here we are. It's time for some racing. Kansas Speedway. If y'all seen some of my recent videos, you'll know that this is my home track I grew up going to. I love that place. And I went for the first 15 years of its existence, and I haven't been back in 10 years, but I'm hoping to go back soon for a race because I love it so much, and I'd love to go back with my dad who took me in 2001. So I love watching Kansas regardless if it's spring or fall, and they just always seem to put on good racing. I definitely needed some snacks during this race day, finishing off my Jack Links, which are a big sponsor of NASCAR. I appreciate their effort. I thought Fox did a really good job explaining the and the playoff picture as it stands. They didn't have to do that, but I thought they did a nice job. And because I have free will and because I really enjoy IMSA, and Monterey is just a beautiful race course, I decided to put on a second screen. And, it was really fun to watch those things go around that track. Almost like watching Formula One cars meet NASCAR rules. It was just super cool. I didn't catch the full part of that, but it was really awesome to show William Byron's team and how they just audibled for a pit stop. This was a really cool graphic of how they showed the air flowing over the cars for IMSA while Kyle Larson is dominating. And there's Roxy, everyone's favorite race car that is also a dinosaur. There's the Stage 2 win for Kyle Larson. He put on a pretty dominating performance, but Chase Elliott made it really interesting at Stage 2, tracking him down and almost winning. It's time for a Stage 2 bathroom break for Toto because I don't want to miss the rest of the action, and he needed to go outside. This was the part of the race where it kind of got into very NASCAR territory, a lot of cautions and wrecks, and unfortunately took out a couple of my drivers, Daniel Suarez and Bubba Wallace. And Penske Porsche has a death grip on IMSA right now, while there's some NASCAR things going on in the background of Justin Haley going backwards. Kyle Larson just had a dominating performance. What else can you really say? I thought the racing was okay at Kansas. Obviously not a banger like we've seen the last couple of years there, but when the 5 team is on, they're on. And I had to wash my hair, and so if you haven't watched my hair care routine, check that out in one of my videos. Thanks for joining me in the Day in the Life.